Hey, what's going on everyone? Hux21 here, back with another Splinterlands video. Alright, I am back, and we got I didn't think when this proposal first came out it was going to be controversial at all. It was passing by a big amount for a really long time. And then I forget someone made a video sort of talking about some of the downsides of this, and I thought that video had a lot of misconceptions and half-truths in it. I'm not going to call it the person by name. I don't think it was a very well thought out thing, but other people disagreed. And that's created over the last couple days this whole thing, where all of a sudden this proposal has become a little controversial. Now from the title of the video and this, you can see that I am for this proposal from Bulldog. I think it is a layup, to use a basketball term. I think it is a very, very, very easy decision for the DAO to make. And in this video, I'm going to talk about why I'm in favor of it. An interesting thing I noticed in the voting trend, specifically for this one, that I think is particularly troubling and could spell problems, I think, for this voting method in the future. And then finally, I have a special treat at the end for those who stick around. I'm not going to reveal what that treat is. You're going to have to wait to see, but special little fun thing that's not about talking about these proposals. So we're going to open this up quick. I already have it open, but if you click here. So I'm sure you've seen it by now, but Bulldog's proposal is for the DAO to use its current stablecoin holdings in BUSD and USDC, sorry, to purchase DEC all the way up to 95 cents per 1,000. So 95% of the par value. So if you don't know, it's supposed to be $1 per 1,000 DEC. That is supposed to be the value of DEC. It is a soft peg, and right now, if we actually come to Splinter Guide and hit refresh, you can see we're at 82, so we're at an 18% discount to par value. A lot has been done over the recent weeks to try to get that closer to par value. To start what, I made a video on this before, you can go back and see it, to sort of get the flywheel going. It's very critical for the long-term health of the game that DEC gets back towards par value. That's a whole different conversation that we're not going to get into right now. But the benefits: help DEC reach par faster, and 2, increase the value of the DAO holdings by purchasing DEC at its current discount. This is the big one for me, number 2. Number 2 is huge, and that's what we're going to talk about. The DAO currently owns just under 500K worth of stablecoins. If we use all of those funds, the DAO will own 10 to 13% of the current DEC supply. Because the DAO currently has no method of spending DEC, right? There's nothing built in. We would have to vote to use that DEC, which is fine. We can do that. This supply will effectively be removed from the market and will be a major factor in driving DEC back towards par value. If it jumps above 95% before all the funds are depleted, we'll stop buying, and those funds will be reserved for if it goes back under 95% again. Okay, so here's why I think a lot of people are getting confused. One of the big things I've seen is the idea of concentration risk. People are nervous that the DAO holding a ton of DEC could be bad if DEC blows up. So I think 2 mistakes or misconceptions people are confusing right now. 1, the DAO is not the Splinterlands company. If this was the Splinterlands company and we were talking about the reserves that the company holds for emergencies and to get through the bear market, and this proposal was to put the company's reserves all in DEC, I would be a hard no. That is very poor governance. That's very poor risk mitigation. You don't want to sort of stack the deck in that way with company funds. We're not talking about the company here. We are talking about the DAO. We need the DAO to grow. right? We need the DAO to get bigger and bigger, the value of the DAO to increase and increase and increase, so it can keep, eventually it's going to be the DAO's responsibility to fund the game's rewards, okay? And so that's why I said, number 2 is the big reason for me. Increase the value of the DAO holdings by purchasing DEC at its current discount. I will always want the DAO to buy something at a stated 18% discount. That's what DEC is right now. I do not think that this is going to send DEC screaming up to peg value. I don't. I think it's going to take a while. But even if it takes a couple months, I want the DAO buying DEC for the long term at an 18% discount. And so the pushback has kind of been, well, what happens if DEC blows up, right? What if the DAO buys all of this DEC and DEC, drops from 80 cents to 40 cents or something like that? Well, then we probably don't even have a game, right? If DEC blows up, the game blows up. If the game blows up, the DAO is worthless. It would be a DAO of a game that, is not even functioning. So what's the point of that? So this, to me, it's almost like leveraging yourself to the game, right? It's one of those bets. It's a type of bet I like to make, right? DEC needs to be around peg for the game to be successful over the long term. The only way the DAO means anything is if the game is successful over the long term. The DAO is worthless if DEC blows up, regardless. So if you can simultaneously buy something at an 18% discount that will help grow the DAO, as well as support the game all in one fell swoop, that's a no-brainer. If DEC runs up and we want to then do something with the DEC, we've now brought that capital into the ecosystem that we can then use at a later date. It doesn't have to sit as DEC, right? Bulldog mentions in here that the DAO currently has no method of spending DEC. That could change. All it takes is one vote, and we can start spending some of this DEC. We could put in a simultaneous proposal that says every time DEC hits 100% of par value, we sell 10K worth of it out of the DAO into whatever. We could do that. We just have to put up a vote like this. We could set up a system where we're buying really cheap DEC, and when it gets to the point where it's fairly priced or overpriced or whatever, we're then automatically dumping some. This is all about, for me, growing the DAO. It is crucially important. This is a very unique way to grow the DAO while also supporting the ecosystem. I almost view it as like in the corporate investment world, almost like share buybacks. And those are controversial for a couple reasons, but generally speaking, they're pretty good corporate governance. Again, outside of some of the tax reasons, just the idea that if you think your shares are undervalued, your company can go out on the secondary market and buy your own shares. What does that do? That supports your company. No one knows your company better than you do, so you probably have a pretty good idea of the valuation of your shares. You'll know more than most people if you're buying your shares at a 20% discount. Now, no one knows for certain, obviously, but I kind of view this as like a share buyback. If DEC blows up, none of this matters anyways. So overall, I mean, and funny enough, right? It's like, it looks like a controversial, and this is the thing I said at the front, this weird thing I noticed in the voting. It seems like, oh, it's a really big split, controversial decision. Everyone's, confused. What do we do? What do we do? It's actually not. A ton of people support this. Way more people support this than don't support this. and I will show you what I mean by that. So we'll get the most up-to-date numbers. I mean, this is going back and forth here. I wonder if my video is gonna sway it in either way. Technically it's failing right now, but by very, very, very few votes. So if we here and see who's voting for it, a bunch of the big accounts are not. I don't know why. I don't want to speculate why. But for some reason, a lot of the biggest whales in the game don't want the DAO owning DEC. And that confuses me. It doesn't make a lot of sense. I haven't fully thought through why a big account wouldn't. Maybe they're buying a ton of cheap DEC and they're like, I don't want the DAO to start buying the cheap DEC. I want to be buying the cheap DEC. I could see that, 100%. So let's count something out real quick. Let me grab a calculator. I'm going to do it off video here. Let's see how many votes these top 6 people right here account for. So we'll do 9.1 million, 5.9, that gives you 15. Then we'll do 4.4 million. Another 4.4 million, then we have 4.3 million, and then 2.9 million. So 31 million SPS in 6 votes no. Okay? Let's divide that by 100 million. I mean, that's not that hard. It's going to be 30%. 30%. So 30% of the no votes are coming from 6 accounts. 6 accounts account for 30% of the no votes. So what does that tell me? That tells me a lot of people think this is a really, really, really good idea. And a few big people that don't is the only thing that's keeping this close. And again, like we've talked about before, that worries me. I don't love that such small amount of people can have such a big impact on the results of things. I don't know how to solve that. I don't know how to fix that. Obviously they've purchased the SPS with their money that, if anyone else had the funds to do it, they could do it and be in the same situation, right? They're not doing anything unfairly. They're all operating within the rules of the system. I'm just a little nervous about a system in which 6 accounts can completely sway. If you take their votes out, this is a resounding yes. But unfortunately, some people at the top are stopping this from passing in the current moment. Not to say it has to be like that. We still have 14 hours that we can push this forward. I'm gonna be, claiming, I might actually go buy some SPS to try to get this over. I feel strongly about this. I think our DAO should be supporting our game and buying our currency. 100%. All right. So I'm gonna leave it there. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Now time for the fun part. We have 8 Gladius cases to open. So let's open those up. We had a pretty good brawl result, and that let me get a bunch of cases. And I haven't done one of these in a while, so we'll see if we get any. Ooh, legendary right off the bat. Epic, maybe that'll be another Quora. I think I have a level 4 Quora right now. I don't know if anyone else has a Quora that high. But basically, almost every time I get an epic, I pull a Quora. Ooh, gold foil, nice. I say that now, and those 2 epics aren't going to be Quora. But actually, I don't want them to be Quora. I need to diversify my epics a little bit here. Ooh, 4 of these. Nice. Ooh, 6. I'm at the point where it's becoming a little bit hard for me to consistently level these up. Just because, I need 50 of them to get to the next level at this point. And we'll check to see if I have any to level up. And you can just have an idea of where I'm at in terms of the Gladius cases. Ooh, 2. 2 of the Gorths. Nice. What do we got here? And another Quora. Nice. So I mean, I think I just got it to level 4, so we're gonna need a bunch more to get it to level 5. And let's check out this legendary. Ooh, I don't have this one. This was the one I didn't get yet. Amazing. I've been waiting for this one. I want this one so bad. Like the opportunity rule set, I want to play this with Lily's Shield Paw so I can protect it, and it just sits in the back and fires two damage magic shots each turn. Amazing. Wow, I'm glad I did it on camera. All right, let's quickly see. Oh yeah, they switched this. It's taking me a while to adjust to this. I didn't like the old way, but now I like the old way because I'm just not used to this. So like here, right? I have 13 of these, but you know, I need 11 more still. So I still like to combine as we go because again, I can't really do anything else with these besides level them up. But we're getting close to some level 6s. Like here's pretty close. Anything here? Probably not. Oh, like these getting close. Get here. Nice. Oh, here's one. This is a fun one. We get to level up an epic to level 3. What are we at now? 5 to. Oh, doesn't say it. This just shows my level 1. So 6 to 13. What was I at before? Oh, so I picked up. Oh, nice. I picked up a damage. This is a really fun card here. You're talking as it is when it's maxed out, 11 damage when enraged. Then imagine playing this with Yasik. So it's going to get up to 6 speed and have piercing. Yikes. It's going to be a fun card. I'm glad I'm leveling it up. Okay, let's see. Anything else here? Maybe? Yep, another one. Okay. So we're slowly leveling this up. A level 5 rare. I think this might be my first level 5 rare. I think this gets up to 4 attack. I had it here. Ooh, close range. That's really nice for this card. You know, you build up a bunch of bloodlusts, so it gets to be a really good card. And then it hits in the first position. It can keep going. No, this one only gets 3 attack. Gets True Strike. That's a good little card for 2 mana. These cards are becoming increasingly relevant just because of the Gladiator rule sets. Can I get this level 6? I can. Oh, I'm really glad I did this on camera. We're getting a lot of level ups. We got the one card I hadn't pulled yet. Oh, I just got it with the poison. This is another really, really good card. Yeah, I mean, I've just been diligently playing, not quite. I've just been diligently playing my brawls. And all of a sudden now I'm getting a pretty good stack. Right? We're moving from sort of like mostly silver level to starting getting some gold level cards here. I think maybe short. Yeah, a couple short here. Let's see. See, there's my level 4 Quora. How many do I need? I'm gonna need I think 11 more. I'm gonna need 11 more. That's gonna be tough. No, maybe not quite. The ones get too long, so I'm only gonna do ones that I think are pretty obvious. Katie, no, maybe. There she is, though. This is the grand prize. Very excited for this. We'll just check this one. Nope. Okay, so that'll be it. The proposal. I'm voting yes. I encourage you to vote yes. Obviously, do what you want. But I think this is very, very good for our ecosystem. And I'll leave it there. So thanks for being here. Hope you enjoyed. Had some good polls as well. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And I will talk to you guys soon.